Hello everybody, I'm SnipingIsFun, and I welcome you guys to my Christmas review special of 2010. Originally in these reviews, I was going to do Epic Mickey and Donkey Kong Country Returns, but due to the fact that a month or so back, I had to send my Wii in for repairs, and I did get it back a couple weeks ago. And I really didn't get a chance to play the games because I didn't really want to rent nothing for it exactly. I didn't get a chance to play them, so I'm going to wait until 2011 to play those games and review them. But I did have to make my mind up at the last second, like a change to it. So basically what I'm going to do is like 3 DS reviews. 2 games I rented and 1 game I own. And the first one, as you probably know by the name of the title, is Need for Speed Nitro on the Nintendo DS. Now I did give my review on this game like earlier in the year, like way earlier in this year, 2010 or so. So you know what my review on the Wii version is. But this version, it's a pretty similar game. It's the same kind of concept, like an arcade racing game. You race through the streets trying to build up your rep and go from different types of like races, different types of challenges. It's not just normal races. Sometimes it's not even just normal races. Some knockout races, and there's like stuff where you have to knock stuff over in a certain amount of time limit or stuff like that. Little challenges, and there's a ton of different cars. You can customize them. The customizing of the game is not as good as the Wii. The Wii has the way better customizing to the game, to its cars. But for what the DS can do, it can do it pretty well. You basically are just allowed to put like logos on your car, not like the Wii version where you put logos all over the place and designs all over the place, but more just picking like a certain location and just sticking a logo there, kind of thing. So basically, let's get on to this review. The gameplay, basically, it's just a racing game. If you've never played Need for Speed before, it's basically an arcade racing game, or in some instances more realistic too. But this one's the more arcade version. And you basically just go through the different types of challenges driving your car around and playing, either just play now or in the career mode. Or you can do a multiplayer type thing as well, which I didn't get a chance to ever play. So, yeah. Graphics and presentation. It's pretty good for what a DS game is. It's not like, there's a lot of racing games like, Mario Kart DS and maybe even the Ridge Racer that came out when the system first came out that look a little bit better. But the design for the backgrounds and pretty much the cars themselves have pretty good graphical presentation to them. A little arcade-ish, cartoony design, but they look good for what they're supposed to represent. The sound, basically, the music, there's a good amount of music in the game, and the music I've never heard any of it. None of this music I've ever heard before. So I'm guessing either I just don't know the music, they're just not too well known, or I just never really listened to the type of genre they play. I don't know. But I've done that. But the music sounds good. I've never heard it before, but for what the game's supposed to represent, I guess it would be pretty good for what it is. And there's no voiceovers as far as I've seen, and I don't think there's any atmosphere like kind of sounds like when you just play normally. It's all music throughout every race and all the main menus pretty much. So it's not like one of those atmosphere kind of things I usually say, like how you can feel like you're in a certain place. The story basically is just kind of like build up your rep, kind of rise through the ranks, just win certain challenges, win races as you go through. There's not really a story to it, you just do race over race over race. So it's more like a career mode, it's not really like a story mode at all. I don't think you ever see cutscenes. Not like when you just see the racers in the Wii version. Like the racers of like that champion of that section, that region you're going to pretty much. More so it's just race after race kind of thing. Unlocking like cars and racetracks and everything. And the multiplayer, I've never played the multiplayer, but I would assume it's just going through all the racetracks, hooking like player kind of like you just like local play, and I think there might be online. Actually I don't think there's online in this game. There might be, but I'm not fully sure. So it's basically just playing all the main modes, like different types of races and whatnot with other people. And that's about it. So in the end, I really think the game's fun, and if you like Need for Speed games, more arcade racers, and if you have a DS, I would maybe at least give it a rental. If you want to buy it, I'm sure you can find it cheap because this game came out like last year or so. And that's about it. I hope that's it for my first review here. So in the end, I give the gameplay a 7 out of 10. I give the graphics for a station game a 7.5. I give the sound an 8. I give the story a 7.5, and I give the multiplayer, although I didn't play, but based off what I kind of would assume it would be like, which is not really the best way to review it, but I can't review the score, like a multiplayer in it when I haven't played it. So give or take this score as a 7.5 out of 10. So in the end, I give Need for Speed Nitro on the Nintendo DS a 7.5 out of 10. And if you want to give it a try, at least give it a rent. That has to do with my first review. Stay tuned for my next review, which will be on Sonic Colors for the Nintendo DS. See you guys in that review.